There's a big story going on in New York right now. I shouldn't say that big, but it's relatively big. It's about a uh, a female who was killed in a park. She was jogging. Her name was Karina Vetrano. You know, one of these Instagram-looking broads. Anyway, she was jogging in some park in Queens, I believe it was, and she was basically she was dragged into the woods, raped and killed. They're trying to pin it on somebody named Chanel Lewis, who is a so-called black man, 20 years old. I believe he's a so-called West Indian, and I don't believe that he did it. I believe that the cops are trying to pin it on him. It wouldn't shock me if it was a police officer, maybe off duty, that did it himself. But when you look at this guy's face when they take him out of the precinct, that man didn't rape and kill no woman. That man doesn't even know. He look like he doesn't even know up from down.
Honors today at City Hall for Lieutenant John Russo. He will receive a proclamation for his role in the cracking of the case of Karina Vetrano's murder.
That guy looks like he looks like one of those little racist cops that just like Dave Chappelle used to say, sprinkles crack on dead bodies after he kills them, you know?
Vetrano was raped and strangled last summer as she jogged alone in Spring Creek Park in Howard Beach. Russo spent 6 months.
And anybody who knows about Howard Beach, if you're from New York, Howard Beach, Queens, that's a tremendously racist neighborhood. All right, going back way back, that's a predominantly Italian neighborhood. That's an extremely racist neighborhood. All right, they're trying to pin it on this dude. This guy doesn't even look like he knows up from down.
Months pouring through records, eventually leading to the arrest of 20-year-old.
Look at the guy's face when they took him out of the precinct. He's looking around like, where the hell am I? You know, he doesn't even look like he knows how to read, man. I mean, that guy, I don't believe he did it, but I'm going to stay on top of this case. We'll see what happens. You know, they got some chick here, you know, some little Instagram looking Italian chick, look like Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss. And then they got this guy, you know, he's just, I mean, that was like setting up me. I mean, he looks like something that was set up on a tee. He fits all the descriptions of a sucker for a criminal conviction.
Year-old Chanel Lewis.
But that's it on that in regards to this case. Really brief video because the story is relatively brief right now. But we'll see what happens. I don't think that he's going to have the money to defend himself. They claim that he was always hanging around that area. He was always seen around that area. But I think it's very interesting that the only footage that they ever show from this case is her jogging. All the cameras around New York City. And this guy happened to be genius enough to be able to find the angle to drag her into the park where he's not on camera. They have yet to show any footage of him walking into that area. Anybody who lives in New York knows there's cameras everywhere. One would think that if he did what they say he did, that they would at least provide footage of him walking into that area, you know, if not dragging her into the woods. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say something very fishy. And like I said, the area is Howard Beach, tremendously racist area. And that cop, he looks like one of those little dirt bags that's probably sprinkled sperm on her body from this guy. They probably got some type of a sample, a fluid sample, allegedly. You know, everything alleged. But I would not put it past him. Very bad situation this guy's in. But anyway, peace.